Hello awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another game that I'm going to be casting today. This is going to be another game between, another game from the HomeStory Cup number 12, which concluded in late December, so not too far ago, but of course last year. And Happy New Year to everyone as well, just to mention that off the bat. We are going to be watching today FireCake versus Top. Top is at the top of Dusk Towers, no pun intended. And just a bit of detail about both of these players. Top is, he's on Team Extreme Supremacy, which is the TES there. I thought it was Team Esports before, based on another player, but apparently that's not the case. And he is from Korea. On the bottom, we have FireCake. FireCake is actually on Team Euronics Gaming, so I'm not sure about what Gâteau is about. I mean, I know it means cake as far as I'm aware in French, and that also gives away that the fact that he is indeed French. Now, opening with a spawning pool first, something interesting to note here. So we're going to potentially see some early Zergling harassment, or at least aggression, going on from here, but as you are all aware, Zergling harassment is very difficult to pull off against a Terran, simply because the Terran only has to build 2 buildings to fully block this off. So before the Overlord is even halfway there, which would be in a few seconds, he will start probably building up a, we're going to see whether it's going to be a reactor or a tech lab. Looks like straight into a Reaper, probably for a bit of scouting, which is perfect. Now, something to note also, he did have an early gas here, and he's continuing gas production, or gas harvesting, so we're going to see whether he's going to continue with this Reaper harass, and actually no, never mind, this already gets answered here with this command center. The next unit will probably be a Marine, and that is simply going to be there to basically defend the home base. Because as you can see, there we go, we do have Zerglings on the way. And also a very early Roach Warren. 2 minutes in is a little bit early for Roach Warren. You generally don't see this that quick. There is a queen on the way. There is also a hatchery about to complete. So both of these players are currently thinking, macro. Just one Reaper quickly on the way down. One thing to note is also I changed the hotkey for the middle mouse button scroll, because I noticed that in the past it was doing quite a lot of clicking in the production, and I assumed that was annoying. I'm pretty sure it was. I can't imagine you guys enjoying any clicking at all. So this has now been corrected with one of my other micro buttons on the mouse, because I have a Logitech G600, or is it 500? 600 I think. The one with, what's that, 12 buttons on the side. Pretty damn awesome. Very handy for using different skills. Oh, there we go. This reactor almost getting taken out by 2 Zerglings. That is almost a bit of a mistake from Top, but of course he does have SCVs defending it, and 2 Marines preventing any further attack. Now currently, with the reactor popping out 2 Marines at the same time, I wonder, is he going to build about 8 Marines and then, oh, this is a 1-1-1 build, so very likely that we're going to see a swap. After the siege tank is up, we're going to see either the factory being swapped into here for a bit of Hellion harass, or we're going to see the starport swapping into here for double medevac play. Now, early aggression going on here from FireCake. I do believe that he's going to try to break this straight down, but it's really going to depend whether this tank comes up in time or not. Bunker is now up, 4 Marines inside it. Going to be quite easily able to defend this. And the reactor, both reactor and supply depot actually getting dropped here. Is he going to get it down? There is repair, and there's also a tank in the background which is going to start nuking these units down. He does manage to destroy both the reactor and the SCVs. Or one SCV rather. He gets one SCV down. Sorry, 2 SCVs, my mistake. 2 SCVs, a supply depot and a reactor. So this is doing very good damage for him. Now, oh, this is very interesting. Now the siege tank getting lifted by the medevac. Quite expected that to happen. And taking out 1 Ravager. 1 Overlord getting taken out as well. That is going to deny division of the high ground, which is also going to prevent FireCake from doing any further harassment like this. Just simply because he's not going to have vision of the high ground. Now we're just going to follow this, see where exactly it goes. There is a spore crawler on the way, that's something to note as well. A few queens being produced as well, probably just healing and creep queens. and as well a Liberator on the way. Now as Zerg, I find Liberators quite easy to deal with, if you don't let him mass them up, of course. If he has a bunch of Liberators and they're grouped up and you also have units to reinforce them, it's very difficult to use Corrosive Bile to take them out. These Ravagers getting a little bit suspicious here. I assume they are going to be aware of this very, very shortly. This Overlord is going to spot that, of course. There we go. Now the units are going to be called in here. Are they going to be called? Yes, they are indeed. Roaches are on the field. And Ravagers also. So nothing is going to happen out of this one. Of course, doing the most important thing of focusing the medevac. Because you can try to kill the Marines, but chances are they're just going to get lifted up. And at the same time, if you don't kill the Marine, it's kind of a waste because it's just going to get healed up. Whereas if you have damage done to the medevac, it is going to force the Terran back. So the Liberator now being revealed. So at this point on, FireCake is definitely going to be a bit more prepared for them. I assume he will potentially get a few more anti-airs, which, yeah, we do have a Spore Crawler being produced here, just to prevent the Liberator from getting around. Now one thing to note that FireCake is doing right now, he's not exactly defending the mineral line itself at the back here, he's preventing the Liberator from going around, which is the more important thing to do. It's a lot harder to defend the full mineral line than it is to potentially do enough damage for the Liberator to get destroyed before it even gets there. A bit of creep clearing going on here, very good play from top. Definitely something you want to do against the Zerg player, to deny that vision and deny basically the speed that the Zerg player has. A lot of creep Schumers coming up now. These are... Where is the queens that are on the way here? Oh, it's just one queen. My mistake. Only going to be able to put up 2 at the moment. 3 roaches, I wonder, are these guys supposed to be going here? They're just very spread out like this. Yeah, this would be a very big mistake for FireCake if there was a few Marines on the way. But there we go, maybe he just wanted to scout out what's going on here. As you can see, we do have one roach getting taken out very easily here. And that will be potentially due to the tank. Actually, that tank has 0 kills. Now this medevac hanging around, I do believe that it'll want to defend here as much as possible without actually providing aggression. But at the same time, if he is able to defend against this, and I certainly believe that he can with this amount of siege tanks, I believe that he should just be using this medevac to harass, which I believe is what he's doing right now. There we go, Spore Crawler is now here, gonna prevent this Liberator from doing any significant damage. And of course the supply block is also not going to happen. As you can see, there is 2 Overlords being 3 Overlords on the way. And that is just FireCake predicting that this Liberator is going to be quite annoying here. There is the Marine drop now. It is going to get warded off by the roaches. 1 Marine getting taken out here, but 3 drones taken in response to that. Did he really lose this Liberator? That's very interesting. Yeah, the Queen did get that kill. Now, 2 drops here, so this is full of Marines, I assume. Yes, it is indeed. Ooh, this is sneaky play now. He's going to go all around this defense and just essentially bring the roaches into the base. He's going to pop them right on top of this tank. Tank is going to get destroyed quite instantly. But of course, there's a few tanks here. But at the same time, these roaches coming in from the back. There is no escape at this point. This is going to be an all-in from FireCake. He's going to go straight into this base, and there's going to be no competition to stop him. A few siege tanks being lifted up, microed to basically do as much damage as possible without getting destroyed. Probably going to get lifted off here back into the main base, but this could also be a GG. There's 19 drones already taken out at this point. It could be too late to get back into it, but of course it's not over till it's over. This 1 orbital command is burning on the way back to the base. Probably going to pull off a few SCVs to repair that. 19 SCVs in total. This 1 drop here doing a little bit of damage also. 1 Spore Crawler is destroyed and 2 drones so far. Roaches are on the way back to defend. Now this is a very good position for FireCake to be in. Not quite sure though why he's not using these. Oh, there we go. Now he's using them. Now 8 drones taken out by top. And he's going to be getting more and more here. These few Marines doing great bit of damage, considering there's just 1 left now. 10 drones in total. Let's have a look at the lost units tab. With 13 drones to 19 SCVs. So all of these small harassments are almost matching up to the one big engage here from FireCake. Now this is a very risky Overlord. If this gets destroyed, it's just 23 health. And it could potentially lose 4 roaches inside it also. This one medevac being revealed the whole time. Okay, so he's morphing these into the ones that can basically transport units rather than overseers. I do keep getting confused that it's the transporting ones. There we go. A few Marines here, they're not really going to be able to do anything significant here. You definitely want to have them backed up by tanks. But at the same time, I feel that if FireCake decided to engage onto this, he certainly wouldn't have enough units to take it out. He has enough of pretty much everything. He can nuke those. Oh, here we go. These Marines intercepting these Overlords. This could be dangerous for these Overlords getting taken out before they actually manage to land in the base. And these units rushing all the way in. There's nothing that Top will be able to do here against this amount of units. Of course, he might be able to defend against the high ground, but at the same time, the low ground is absolutely toast at this point. Gonna have to force the lift off here. Let's bring away this APM tab. It is getting in the way. Zoom out just a little bit. 3 SCVs taken out in that, but as well, the orbital command denied further mining. Now these mineral fields will start to run out very shortly. These ones are almost out already. And at this point, I believe that Top might want to try to get a sneaky base here. That might be a good option for him. Now, on the other hand, we do have a fort base up from FireCake. Definitely a good option for him to do. Now, these medevacs getting followed around, I do believe that there's not much he's going to be able to do since these medevacs have already been spotted. There we go, dropping a few Marines here. Definitely going to be doing a lot of damage. These are going to pretty much drop instantly. And he's going to want to lift them all up now and get back out of here. There we go. I think he just lost 2 Marines there. Took out 24 drones. A huge amount of damage done with that one drop. Losing another Marine on that. But at the same time, 24 drones have already been taken out. So the question is, how much damage is going to be done here before FireCake decides to go all in? I mean, there's what? 2 siege tanks here. Definitely not enough to defend this. So I wonder how much of this does FireCake know. I assume not very much. Because there's not a whole lot of units. The biggest problem the FireCake is currently having is the harassment that is going on here. So he's going to want to potentially build up a second Roach Warren, which is exactly what he's doing. Just in case this one gets sniped. Because if that gets sniped, it could very well be GG. Now these drones getting taken out, running them away, letting this spine crawler do as much damage until the units are destroyed. Now let's bring the units tab up. There's 40 drones for 37 SCVs. Considering FireCake has 4 bases, this is interesting to note. Oh, this is beautiful. Getting spotted here pretty much straight away. So now FireCake is going to know that there is a sneaky base going on here. So very, very good play here. Basically anticipating the fact that, look, Top is not taking a base here. So something suspicious has got to be going on. Now further drops here are going to be happening. There's just a few Marines left in those medevacs. One more here kind of getting neglected. Could be using that to a bit better use. So 1 Marine for 3 drones. Very, very good. There we go. This is getting taken out. He's probably going to continue with the corrosive bile on this to basically snipe it out. It is a fairly slow building. No, he's not going to make it. Doesn't look like he'll catch it. Top definitely taking care of that command center, preventing it from getting destroyed. Now, is he going to try to take this base again? He does have the siege tanks up. Now, he is moving out with all of his forces, and his forces are quite significant right now. If we look at the supply cap, It's 192 to 105. Oh, this could be a huge surround here. Now, these Marines think that they are taking out a few free units, but they are going to start losing their lives as well. All of the Roaches and Ravagers are doing a lot of damage here. Now, great micro going on from top, doing a significant amount of damage. He took out so many units there, but at the same time, not enough. There was just way too many units for FireCake here, and that is that for this game. So 2 base, Terran getting stuck on that a little bit too long, not able to establish a 3rd base anywhere securely, and that is pretty much how the game ends. Hi guys, thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video. This was FireCake versus top number 1. And this is also best of 3 from the HomeStory Cup number 12. That's pretty much it. I don't really have that much to say about it. Just getting absolutely Zerg rushed by FireCake. So that's pretty much it. If you want to follow me, my social media links are on the right here. And that's pretty much it. Good luck, have fun, take care, see you in the next game.